everyone, it's Maki. Do you like mobile suits that soar gracefully through the vast skies? Of course, they also appear in Gundam Seed. It's a mobile suit equipped with shooting weapons in both hands, spreading its wings to fly. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Is it the Strike Freedom Gundam? Close, but not quite. The mobile suit we'll be discussing in today's lecture is this one. Its name is DINN. It was developed by the Soft Army to secure air superiority. Now let's explore the allure of DINN together. Let's discuss how the King of the Blue Skies, DINN, came into existence. The Soft Army primarily used the GN, which had achieved significant results in space, as their main force. They scored immense victories against the Earth Alliance's main weapons such as mobile armors and warships. However, the Earth Alliance's headquarters was located on Earth. Unlike space, the gravitational environment of Earth made it difficult for the GN alone to claim victory. Therefore, Soft decided to develop a new unit capable of aerial combat. DINN was developed as a force for the massive strategy against the Earth forces known as Operation Yaros, and was grandly announced to the world. DINN inherits many characteristics from the Shigu, which was developed around the same time. An organization called Heinlein Bureau developed the Shigu, and its design was reopposed to create DINN. Compare it with the commander's DINN painted in the same color. The design of the arms and legs is strikingly similar. The area where the Shigu had a shield is now sealed by a lid. Using the same production line demonstrates an attempt to stabilize production. The head design is also almost identical. A distinguishing feature is the removal of the sensor array, a composite sensor unit. This is to deploy a part called the aeroshell when flying at high speeds. The aeroshell reduces air resistance and also has thrusters installed at the back. Used in tandem with its 6 wings, it demonstrates exceptional flight capability. To enhance flight capability, DINN is over 40 tons lighter compared to Shigu. However, this significantly compromises its defensive capabilities when compared to GN, which could withstand direct hits from the Earth Alliance's weapons. The defense degradation is evident. There were instances where DINN was shot down by traditional fighter jets. Surprisingly, its top speed doesn't match that of the Earth Alliance's jet fighter, the Spearhead. However, this was expected during the design phase. DINN's purpose wasn't for ultra-high-speed assault, but aerial combat leveraging superior mobile suit control and agility. Still, compared to a GN moving on the ground, DINN can move considerably faster. Its ability to take off and land without using a runway on land is a significant advantage over traditional fighter jets. Vertical launches from submarines are also possible, making DINN a vital force for Soft on Earth. DINN is a masterpiece for aerial combat and is also operated during the era of Gundam Seed Destiny. However, its obsolescence and the lack of being weaponry became major issues over time, especially when fighting against the destroyed Gundam equipped with phase-shift armor. The disparity in power is desperate. Soon its successor, Babi, was deployed, and DINN gradually disappeared from the battlefield. There is also a commander version of DINN. A unit painted in Roller Creed's exclusive color is distinctive, depending on the source. It's referred to as Creed's exclusive DINN, or simply Commander DINN. Its expected performance is no different from the general DINN. Roller Creed is a Soft hero with significant achievements, earning immense trust from Patrick Zoller. It wouldn't be surprising to incorporate his personal color into a commander unit. Let's dive into the weaponry wielded by the DINN. What armaments does it boast? Let's explore them together. First up is the 76mm heavy assault machine gun. This is the same weapon as the assault rifle used by the Sigu. It's an enhancement of the armament equipped by the DINN. It is equipped with a gun that further strengthens DINN's weapon, which was already a big success. It's incredibly powerful and capable of taking down the Earth Alliance's new mobile suit, the Strike Dagger. When not in use, it is stored on the right side of DINN's waist. Such intricate design helps reduce air resistance. Next, we have the 90mm anti-aircraft shotgun. Interestingly, this weapon holds a few mysteries. Its primary purpose is to counter high-speed aircraft. Typically, it's stored on the left side of the waist, but it's frequently held in the left hand when in use. The characteristic of the shotgun rounds is that they spread upon firing, allowing for a broad range of attack. However, there were no scenes in the anime where it particularly shined as a shotgun. Instead, it was depicted firing projectiles amidst smoke, much like a rocket launcher. There were also instances where it appeared to fire in rapid succession like a machine gun. There was even a scene where the Strike Gundam used this gun underwater. Despite the close-range firing, it's clear that it possesses the destructive power to take down a mobile suit. Lastly, there's the 6-tube multi-purpose launcher located near the chest area on both sides of the cockpit. Are 4 launchers each equipped with 6 tubes. They can fire offensive missiles or even flares. Flares are defensive weapons designed to counter heat-seeking missiles. Interestingly, this launcher was only utilized in the second episode of Sea Destiny. It's a somewhat rare armament in that episode. The Impulse Gundam charged through the midst of DINN's missiles to launch an attack. Being equipped with the valuable phase shift armor, the Impulse Gundam remains unscathed by missile strikes. As a strategy, it's quite effective. Of course, since the adversary is a commandeered new Gundam, missiles don't have the desired effect. The aforementioned shortcoming of DINN not being equipped with beam weaponry was expressively depicted in this scene. However, using missiles to obscure an enemy with smoke or fire, or to destabilize them with a blast is not a completely useless tactic. How did DINN perform in the series? After their victory against Andrew Waldfeld, the Archangel set sail on the sea. It's at this point that DINN units, under the command of Marco Morsim, launched their attack. While zipping over the water, they aggressively engaged the Archangel all the while. DINN is skillfully evading the assaults of this advanced battleship. Archangel Morsim, the squad leader, is piloting one of them. However, this assault turns out to be a mere diversion. The real intention behind the assault is to target the Archangel using underwater mobile suits known as goons. Despite this strategy, their efforts are thwarted by the Strike Gundam, which exhibits its underwater combat capabilities. The DINNs, including the one that Morsim launched with, are taken down by the Archangel's counterattacks. Morsim's DINN even loses one of its wings to the Skygrasser's assault. Yet, the high performance of the DINN is evident when it safely returns to base even in such a compromised state. Following this DINN parties in various atmospheric battles, there are scenes where it defeats the Earth Alliance's latest mobile suit, Strike Dagger, showcasing its immense firepower. Other notable moments include its significant role when Kira Yamato's Freedom Gundam makes an appearance. During a battle with the Freedom Gundam, DINN retrieves the damaged Duo Gundam Assault Shroud and retreats. The Duo Gundam Assault Shroud weighs a whopping 84.24 tons. Even assuming its damaged state reduces its weight by half, It's still 42 tons, considering the DINN itself weighs 37.33 tons. It's evident that it can fly while carrying a load equivalent to its own weight. And that's not all. The Archangel is flying at top speed to evade the colossal weapon Cyclops. It was fast enough to damage DINN's sub-flight system's engine, which was unable to keep up with this speed. Under these circumstances, DINN successfully evades the battlefield with the dual Gundam in tow later. The rescued Isaac and his dual Gundam confront a nuclear missile strike team targeting the plant. In Gundam Seed Destiny, as a commander of the Soft Forces, he takes part in operations like the Journey 7 breakdown and the destruction of the relay stations for the massive beam cannon, Requiem. During the final stages of the war, he supports Lois Klein and others, making a significant contribution to the war's end. All these battles were fought under extreme conditions. If Isaac had been absent, it would have been perilous. It wouldn't be wrong to say that the DINN showcased here played a role in saving the world. Interestingly, in the novel version, there are scenes where Isaac pilots the DINN for combat. Surprisingly, the DINN has a deep connection with Isaac. Have you come to appreciate the charm of DINN? It bears a resemblance to the Freedom Gundam, the protagonist mobile suit in the latter half of Gundam Seed. There is no direct setting that suggests the Freedom Gundam employed DINN's technology. The Freedom Gundam's design was adapted from another mass-produced mobile suit. The Gatesu, however, the Heinlein Bureau, which developed DINN, did participate in the Freedom Gundam's development. The Freedom Gundam was completed not even half a year after the hijacking of the GATX series. At this time, the only operational flying mobile suit in the Soft Forces was the DINN. It's only natural to think that a lot of DINN's data was utilized. On the other hand, there weren't many scenes where DINN effectively used the firearms equipped in both hands. It's likely that just like how Shigu had weapons on both arms, it was designed to counter multiple enemies and switch weapons according to the situation. However, effectively utilizing multiple weapons on the battlefield proved to be a very challenging task. This design concept is revived by the beam rifles, equipped on both hands of the Strike Freedom Gundam. Despite being a supporting character, the DINN holds a pivotal role and is truly a remarkable mobile suit. By the way, I've kept some information from you. In fact, the Earth Alliance Army has set up the massive weapon, Cyclops, beneath your house and will activate it shortly, but rest assured, I'll provide you with the DINN. Press the subscribe button to open the hangar. The cockpit hatch will open with the like button. Start the engine by pressing the notification bell. Please hurry. I hope we can safely meet again in the next episode. Take care.